Hi friends, my name is Prem Asim Jain and today we'll learn about the basic sorting which is called as the bubble sort. So let's look at the real coding example here. First, let's understand the concept. So you have few arrays which are unsorted, the numbers in the arrays. So what you are going to do, you will pick the number on the left, compare it with the right, and then if it is greater than that, you swap it. So 1 and 5, they are being swapped. 5 is here now, 1 has replaced 5. Now you compare again. So long as 5 is greater, you will like in each pass you will jump it towards the right. But if the number on the right is already greater, you don't need to swap. So this is how you will like pick each number one by one. So you picked this in the second pass, you will pick another number like here, you will compare and so on. So the big O notation number for complexity is O n square. And why is that? Let me show you. Because it's a nested loop, a loop inside a loop. So we are going to code it in a hands-on way so you can learn with a TDD, test-driven approach. So this is a test case wherein we have the array which is unsorted essentially. This is what we expect after sorting. We have a method, and here is the logic where we are iterating over and checking if element at I is greater than I plus 1, which means that this thing is essentially sorted. Like if this is like, I mean, the logic is other way. If any element at I is greater than its following element, then we say assert false, which means the test case fails, right? So enough talking, now let's code. So we are coming here for the sort. There is nothing been implemented, so we'll do it real quick. So we will start the loop int I is equal to 0 and I is less than array dot length, and then we will increment it by 1. This is our outer loop. So now what? So we will pick the element, let's say this element from the outer loop. So we'll pick this, then this, then this. So I value will increment in the loop one after the another. Now inside loop, so that we can compare element with each other element, the following element. So we'll call it as j is equal to 0. Now here is the cool stuff. So what we are going to do is we will take the j, which will essentially be to the array's length minus 1 and minus I. I'll explain you, and then j plus plus why we did this. So let's say the length is 10, for example. So what we assume that once this thing is sorted, the rightmost element will be the biggest. So as the name suggests, bubble means thing will rise up, right? So the number which is greater will bubble up and it would reach already to the top of the array, like to the end of the array. So we don't need to include it anymore in the comparison. So then we'll do n minus 1, like whatever is the number before that, and then we do before that. So that is how whatever is the length, we don't have to go up to the end of that. So first pass i's value is 0. So yes, first pass we'll go up to the end. When this value is 1, array length is 10. 10 minus 1 will be 9. And then when its value is 8, then we will further reduce i's value as 2. Now why we did minus 1, so I'll also tell you this thing. So let's code and let's try to make it work. But before, let me show you that this is a failing test case, because that's what the TDD is all about. That first you write a test which is failing, a failing test case, and then you make it pass. That is test driven development. Now the main logic comes up. So we will start comparing the number in the array if that number which would currently be at the element j is greater than element at j plus 1, which means the adjacent element. This would be compared with this would be compared with this would be compared with this. And whenever you're comparing two adjacent element, if this is greater, you swap it. So let's write the swap logic. Assume that this is greater than that. So we'll have a swap variable where we will store the value temporarily. Then we will do the j assign value from j plus 1, which is the next element. And then we will get the value of j plus 1 like the swapped uh, again back from the swap. So this is a simple like the common logic, right? Now why we did minus 1 here? Because if let's say the array length is 10 and on the 10th iteration if you have one more, you will get array out of bound exception. So just to avoid that, we are having a minus 1 here so that we don't encounter that condition. And then we also have the I here. So in the first pass, when I is 0, length is 10, 10 minus 0 is 10, and plus 1 will make it 11. So we'll get the exception. So to avoid that, we are having the minus 1. Okay, enough talking. Now let's run this and this should pass, or if it fails, we'll fix it. So we are running the test and voila, it passes. It's sorted in the perfect whatever the way it was expected. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and these kind of thing are asked a lot in Google and other cool interviews, like for the big cool companies. So, and I am also sharing the code GitHub link in my YouTube video. So feel free to play around with it, share this video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.